Choke,
know,
yeah.
I know I'm a funny looking dude, but you don't have to laugh.
Hey, Lockdown Legion out there. Welcome back to Nerds on Lockdown. I am Chris, and as always, this is Aaron.
Hey, how's it going? How you flowing?
And we have a very special guest today.
Very
Kevin. Very
special.
special. Kevin.
Kevin.
Wilddorkachu. Kevin. Guy.
Hi,
What's
Kevin.
up, man?
Hi, how's it going, folks?
And we also have a very special birthday today. Happy birthday, Aaron.
Happy birthday, Aaron.
Thank you. Thank you for celebrating my accomplishment.
Yeah, another day, another drink.
$1. Oh.
All right, man. What are we getting into today? Oh, before we start, we have
Scotch.
a contest, man. We have a contest.
We do have a contest.
Yeah, we do have a contest.
I got the memo.
Yeah, we're gonna have you guys comment in the comment section. Aaron's gonna talk about a certain subject, and he's gonna bring up a very special album to him. And whoever comments that album correctly to us wins the giveaway. So good luck to all of our Legionnaires.
Good luck.
All right.
What are we going over today, man?
So we're going to be covering a topic very near and dear to our hearts, very tied to our identity and our nostalgia. Talking about childhood toys, man.
Yeah, dude.
And, I think everybody has their special memories, and I think this is an opportunity to discuss ours.
Absolutely, absolutely. Kevin, you are our special guest today, so why don't you go ahead and start us off, man?
All right. Well, my first toy that I remember gathering with all my neighbor friends around the neighborhood. We would set up teams, and we'd go to war with our Nerf blasters. I'm talking darts, arrows, foam balls, the whole nine. I cannot tell you how many foam darts I may have lost over the years doing that, but
or the cats chewed or the dogs chewed.
Oh yeah, no kidding. I'm sure a few of them have started sprouting trees by this point.
Nice. Nerf trees.
Nerf trees.
You can fall into them very softly.
The best trees to climb.
Falling into you softly, a hippie tree hugging tribute.
Heck yeah, man. All right.
Dude,
Aaron.
Nerf, it's Nerf or nothing.
That was their tagline, right?
Yes.
Sweet, dude.
Word, dude. All right, I'm going to go with the weird one. This is a regional one that became a local sensation. How I don't understand as an adult. But it was pretty fun. My cousin from Hawaii rolls in one day, and he gives me these little circular objects that are on the top of a milk carton, right? Or a milk jug. And he explains his POG game to me, and it winds up taking over the streets here pretty quickly. And I'm losing pogs left and right. I don't have the technique down. I can't use the slammer right. I'm just, I'm getting all the best ones I can get, then I'm losing them in like a day. Yeah. So I go to my dad, right, with all my woes, and I tell him, listen, they're kicking my ass. Like, can you help make me a slammer? And, my dad can make anything in the garage. So he says, yeah, I'll be back. And like, I'm watching him grind things up, and I see sparks flying, and he's wearing one of those, like, welding masks and all kinds of stuff. I don't know if he needed it or if it was just cool, but either way. It comes out like 30 minutes later, I don't know, maybe an hour, and he says, hey, hold your hand out. And I said, all right. He put my hand out like this, and he puts a 7.5-pound stainless steel slammer into the center of my hand. And my hand drops because, younger, and I'm not expecting that kind of firepower.
Yeah.
He says, son, do you think this will work? I said, Dad, I think it might. I roll across the street. It's POG hour. Everybody's doing their thing. I roll out with all the chips I got left, all the POGs in the world I own. And I'm losing miserably because it's a rotational game and I'm not up yet. Mm-hmm. So then there's this other scenario where I'm rolling in to drop the slammer for the first time, and I bring it in like a crane would. Just kind of over the top. And I let it go because it was too heavy to slam. The stainless steel hits the ground. It misses the stack of pogs completely. It hits the concrete so hard it like blemishes it, and the vibration of it hitting the ground next to the pogs knocked all the pogs over. And I swept it in a single round. And I did that for like 3 more rounds and got everybody's pogs, and then they all said I couldn't play with them anymore.
Aw, you can't play with us. You're cheating.
Cheeser.
They just
Cheeser.
couldn't handle the deep impact.
Oh man, dude, kaboom.
Kaboom, son.
All right, man. Cool. Great story, man. I remember growing up with Pogs and playing too, dude. So I think we still got some in the house. So.
I lost every single Pog I ever owned to my brother.
All right, man. I'm gonna go with one that everybody knows and loves, and in fact, we talked about not the toy, but the I think when we did cartoons, we talked about the cartoon, and simply put, I'm just gonna say, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
Heroes in a half shell, turtle power.
Yeah, man. So Turtles, man, the original OG. I think it was Playmates that made them. Turtles, man, and the ones with like the squishy heads, dude. Like
not the hard plastic heads.
Not the hard plastic with the squishy heads. But my favorite, dude, where I had the Turtles a van, with that shot out like sewer like grates, sewer lids, and I loved having the Rocksteady and Bebop, dude. Like those were my favorite toys. Like they were just so cool looking because they were big. They were bigger than the Turtles, so they had all this like cool stuff on them. And it's weird to say this because like I hear myself saying it and it's kind of a trip, but like even the smell of the toys were different. Like the way
chemicals they used.
Yeah, like it was a time where we didn't care,
Yeah, nothing beat the smell of vinyl and hot glue.
Yeah, dude. Like it's just crazy, man. Now the toys don't have that, obviously, and good thing they don't, but like it really, really like it was different, and like I could still kind of in my mind like, oh, that's what Ninja Turtles smell like, and that's kind of weird to say, but
nice. Dude, I get the same thing with pool toys. It's that vinyl smell, man. It takes me to a childhood place and kind of a place that children don't belong, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. All right.
But anyway,
what do you got, man?
Roll it out.
All right. Well, to feed off of yours, because I also had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but really it's just action figures all together. And my main reason behind that is because when I was growing up, my brother and I, we would gather every action figure we had. We're talking Ninja Turtles, He-Man, Thundercats, X-Men, you name it. Whatever we had, we brought it into battle, and we would assemble our teams, and we would go out to the backyard, dig ourselves little trenches, and inevitably dig up some rocks to huck at each other's teams.
Have wars, right?
To keep the war going, and it was a whole hell of a lot of fun, and I can't tell you how in trouble I got for digging up the yard.
Let's make a ravine here. It's right in front of the step.
We needed the moat.
Let's make an underground prison here.
Call this the Grandpa Tripper.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I guess in general, we all, I think, especially boys, growing up around our age or a little bit older, were that action figures were a thing, and this is when we actually took them out of the packages and played with them. Because I know a lot of kids, they buy stuff and they just don't take it. You know what I mean? It's I'm going to collect it for like my kid. He'll buy stuff, and at this age, he like, oh, I'm just gonna buy it and I'm just gonna put it away. And I'm like, you're not gonna play with it? He's like, no, it's gonna be worth money one day. I'm like, I wish I would have done that because, dude. Some of those are worth money.
Yeah.
Well, it's our generation that created that collector mindset, so we're just passing that on to the next generation, and they're doing it the exact way we should have.
They collect them. They spend a lot of money, and they admire them on a shelf until they get
run out. Well, that's what I do with my pops. I love pops, so like I collect them. Don't take them out. I like to look at them, but
well, they're not really a play with toy. I mean,
exactly.
No, not anymore.
Could if you wanted to, but
yeah. All right, man. What do you got, Aaron?
All right, dude. So this next one was like a construction kind of building game, and it was in a big orange plastic bin called K'NEX, Knex.
Wars were dope.
Yeah, and it kind of had like a Lego sort of vibe to it, but it was like hexagonic shapes, and you could build cars and vehicles and stuff with it, or all kinds of different, with the tools they give you. It gives you a pretty big set of things to do.
Yeah.
They came out with a roller coaster one, and it was way too many pieces, and I was a kid that basically had ADD, so I'm an adult that basically has ADD, but... And then he goes, squirrel.
Yeah.
But the Kinect's roller coaster, dude, they bought it for me for, I think it was Christmas or something. And I tried putting it together, didn't have the patience or the skill. And I'm thinking, oh, this thing will never be built. My sister is a wizard when it comes to this stuff, Legos and Kinects and anything that could construct and build. And over the course of, I don't know, a week or so, she built this entire roller coaster Kinect's model that worked, on a chain crank and all kinds of stuff. And it was pretty marvelous that she put that thing together.
Didn't they have ones with motors in them too?
It might have had that. I know this one had a crank, I think, because you had to use generally the kind of parts that were normally in there. But
they're all like different colors, right? Like I remember. That's cool, man.
It was good times,
Yeah, man, for sure.
What do you
all
got?
right, I guess my next one is another, I would say like action figure, but like not action figure. It's in the same vein of like I would say like a G.I. Joe.
Mm-hmm.
But what I remember from it most is the I guess the vehicles in the set, and that's it was a cartoon called Mask, and they had cars.
Oh, Mask! I remember Mask.
I remember.
And yeah, and they were cool, man. They were like I remember specifically because I had this one. It was the red Camaro, and the Gulf wings of the doors would open, and like it would, like, you know what I mean, like in the cartoon it would fly around and the guy in it would shoot out of the car and had missiles. So it was like, think of like a spy movie type of stuff, and like the big like I don't know, like a semi truck would turn into the base, and they would all go into the base and stuff. And they had a motorcycle one and like a big truck one and stuff. So there was a lot of those. And then they had the little figures that kind of go in there, the characters from the show. And those weren't really that important to me comparatively to the vehicles. The vehicles were what I really wanted from
they were the draw.
Toys. Exactly. So so Mask, those are, and I don't think, I mean, you guys will see the clip that we put up. Obviously, you're probably watching it right now, but it would you guys will see it. I don't think a lot of people remember the toys, maybe the cartoon, but not the toys. So
okay, that'll be a blast from the past.
Made everybody believe that a car with gold wing doors could fly.
Yeah, exactly, man, exactly.
Word.
Cool, man. Kev.
All right, man. Well, my next one is a very simple one, and it appealed to the idiot kid in me. This item was called the yo-yo ball.
Yo ball! It's so much fun.
Yo ball.
It was a foolproof yo-yo, for the simple idiot that was me as a child who just couldn't get the regular yo-yo to come back. This yo-yo was perfect. Never, ever let me down. Always came back.
You try to walk the dog with the regular. You try to walk the dog with a regular yo-yo, and it just ran away.
Yeah, I never really owned a regular yo-yo. I like to call them tangled twine messes.
Yes. New Duncan Tangled Twine Messes. Get one this Christmas. Nerds on Lockdown acapella group available for bar mitzvahs.
Yeah, man. I remember those, but I don't think I ever used one or held one in my hand before. They were just like basically like a baseball, right? That had like a little drawstring in it.
Yeah,
a
drawstring plastic ball. It'd be a clear ball usually with a design in the middle. So when you would go, it would have the clear design on the outside with the spinning design in the middle. So you could watch it kind of spin as it goes. It's actually kind of neat.
Cool, man. Cool.
Dope.
All right, Aaron.
Yeah, I can relate to that, man, because, jump rope, they used to call that like a fun activity for kids. I don't think that's a bullshit tactic they use in PE to separate the weak from the strong, man. Yeah. And I'll tell you, I'm jump rope incapable, bro. Someday
I'm jump rope intolerant.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. All right, dude. So we're moving on. I like this particular toy. But I've got a real sweet memory for it. It's my 10th birthday. I'm rolling home from my grandmother's house visiting with my mom, and we roll in home, and there's some people there waiting for us, and we're having this gathering, and really cool. And I opened up a super soaker for my gift, and there were two of them. There was like an orange one that was a double barrel, and then there was the original green one with just single barrel, but it seemed like it was easier to use. So, you know, filling these things up, and like, I don't know, I guess I kind of reached that age maybe where the idea of parents playing with you was sort of a done deal at that point, you know?
Yeah.
Or so I perceived. And my mom rolls out, and, you know, before I know it, she's squirting me, and I got to run and fill it up. And I'm all, you know, like a kid, that super magical feeling, you know, that you kind of lose when you don't have these people in your life. And anyways, just chase each other around the front yard, man, and hit each other with the super soaker. And, you know, it's just one of those sweet, like, childhood memories for sure. But then I thought it tied into the toy game.
Yeah, for sure, man. That's it's like Kevin's sort of Nerf, you know, memories. It's almost, you know, on the same level.
It's
as
ingrained.
That. I didn't put it on my list, but mine would be more of like the laser tag, you know, the old school like laser tag, you know, with the thing on the front. And I remember doing that.
I never tried that, but I always wanted to.
Yeah. Cool, man. Good pick, man. Good pick, Aaron.
Thanks,
my next one's gonna be a really oddball one, man. And it's a cartoon. It's a toy from a cartoon from the 80s that not a lot of people, I don't think, watched. But it's a trip. Once again, you guys will see the clip, and I hope you guys kind of like go on Google and check them out. Actually, I've been trying to actually find them, but they're called Centurions.
Centurions.
And basically, like I said, I think they had like one season, and I remember that season vividly because there was only one of them, I believe. And basically where these guys were like the size of like the old school like GI Joes. They're about like maybe like, I don't know, yay big, and maybe a little smaller than that. And they had holes all over their body, and what you could do is you can attach all these different kinds of armor and weapons, and like, you know, like flamethrowers on the back, or a jetpack, or a wings. They had wings that could fly into space, and they had like underwater gear where they would go underwater, like scuba gear and stuff like that. And they were sort of like a rescue team type of, you know what I mean, deal when it came to like the cartoon. So yeah, Centurions. I know like it's an off the beaten path kind of one, but check it out.
I think what was cool about those Centurions too is you could mix and match all the accessories with each other.
Yeah.
So you could make really awesome armor concept with them.
Yeah, exactly. They were great, man.
The ultimate customized character.
All right. Well, my next toy, this was more of a animatronic plush, I would like to say. This was a Disney licensed product. It was a talking Mickey Mouse storyteller. And what it was is it had a cassette deck on the back of it, and you would pop in the cassette, it would read you the story that came along with the cassette. And Mickey's mouth would move.
Was the story like, ho ho, come and give me all your money? Is that the story?
That's read between the lines, Chris. You got to read between the lines for the subliminal.
Before they fought our childhood. So the main draw for this thing was not just that it would read the stories, but if you put any tape back there, and I mean any tape, it would play it, and the mouth would still move. And let me tell you, you have not lived until you've seen Mickey Mouse sing Gloria Estefan.
Come on, baby.
Come on, everybody, let me do that conga. No, you can't drink yourself any longer. No.
Oh man, that would actually be really funny to watch.
Oh, and it was hours of entertainment.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, I can imagine. I can imagine like now trying to find like cassette tapes that would be crazy, like something like I don't know, dude, like Slipknot or something to put in the back of that thing, you know.
Nice.
Find yourself some Black Sabbath or some Scorpions or something, pop in the back.
Dude,
yeah.
Well, you won't believe what I have in store for you.
What's up, man?
Nostalgia. So I'm going to piggyback off of Kevin's there. And this is a very similar toy in concept. It was the Teddy Ruxpin toy with the the little bear that talked and had a record player up his ass and you could play tunes. So I'm at a babysitter's house and the family has one for the little girl. Little girl's probably 4 years old. And I roll over there and one of the accessories I brought with me, because I got to keep myself busy for 8 hours being babysat amongst multiple WrestleMania VHS tapes because they're all long and whatnot. I had the Metallica Black album. So I'm playing this thing and it's all good. End of the day comes around. I get picked up. I forget my Black album over at the babysitter's house. It's still in the Teddy. So I'm all pissed off. I'm like, Mom, please take me back. I got to have my Black album. You know, it's insane over that record. And no. You'll have to get it back on Tuesday or whenever you're getting babysat. Damn. So a couple days I'm thinking about it. Then I forget. I get back to the house. I'm babysat again. And I'm looking for, something to do. And I walk into the living room and the 4-year-old girl is crying, like, like trauma crying, like ugly crying. And as I get closer, I see that in front of her is Teddy. And Teddy is very low on batteries. And Sad But True is playing. And the look on her face was juxtaposed with, I'm your dream, make you real. I'm your eyes when you're still.
That's frightening.
Dude.
For a kid,
I thought it was the coolest thing I ever saw.
It's like Chucky. That's like Chucky status, man.
It's the most metal thing I ever saw at that age.
Metal bear, man. Metal Ruxpin. They should have just made a metal version of it. All right, man. My next one's gonna be another off the beaten path toy. It's what you actually see behind me right here. It's Battle Beasts.
Battle
Beasts.
And basically, I think if you were my age, you know what I mean. You had these. I think they were a massive hit back then. But basically, what they were like these little I don't know about that yay big. And they had the element of fire, water, and earth on them. So remember like the old school Transformers that had the little you press on it and like your thumbprint, the heat.
Yeah, heat activated.
Yeah, so these had the same thing. You press on it and it would activate it and you would see what they were. Like it would either be a flame, a log, or water. You can actually see it in my background. And then you can actually take like the different pieces off of these, like the arms and heads and stuff, and like switch them around with the other
interchangeability.
Interchangeability, man. I think that was like the big sell, back in the 80s and early 90s was the interchangeability of, stuff.
Dude, what's up with that dude? Is that like a big old metal duck? What is that guy in the bottom right corner?
The one the blue and
he's red.
Grayish one. Oh, that's like a falcon or something like that. A parrot. No, it's a parrot.
It's a parrot. Oh, it's a duck behind him.
Yeah, the duck is like in the very back. Yeah,
that's like I do see Extreme Howard in the back there.
Yeah, Extreme.
That's right. He's got a mohawk and whatnot.
Yeah, for sure, dude. Anyways, yeah, Battle Beast. Freaking awesome toy. I loved it when I was a kid. So
I had a fair few of those myself.
Yeah, dude.
Nice. I like the frog. He looks cool.
All right, Kev.
All right. Well, my last one is a fairly simple one. It really fed into my artistic side, and that was Play-Doh.
Squish it out, squeeze it through, shape it up. It's easy to do.
Especially the Fun Factory. Growing up, when me and my older sister would go to like my grandparents' house, they would have every Play-Doh, and we would play for hours and hours going through the Fun Factory, making our shapes, making spaghetti. We were playing so much that eventually the multicolors that we would have turn into one big gray, gross-looking blob of Play-Doh. But we would still rock it. We would make the most disgusting-looking snowman out of it. We would do whatever the hell you could do with the worst-looking Play-Doh you could.
Turd snowman.
It looked like bad vomit, but it was fun times.
Oh man, that's
Turd
great.
snowmen. Didn't we see them open for Strung Out one time? Turd snowmen. That's awesome. Dirty ass Play-Doh.
Dirty ass Play-Doh.
All right. Well, I'm gonna roll number one here. For me, I think it's fairly obvious. Okay, growing up, wrestling fan, obviously. My pops wasn't a big supporter of that whole thing. My mom was a perpetuator of making sure I had fun and things to do. So she ensured that come birthdays and Christmas times, if anybody wanted to know what he wanted, Aaron wanted wrestling figures, right? Because I had the ring, as you see over my shoulder here, and I would play and have a good time. All the characters came to life, just like at 12 o'clock on Saturday mornings on Fox, WWF Challenge, right? Where the addiction began. So characters are fun. It's a game that you can play without friends, which, obviously. And basically, all things considered, just it was the one and only thing I could focus on when it was again, Dad wasn't a big fan of it. I think he saw me playing with like shirtless muscle men and rubbed his temples a couple times like in confusion and walked out, but yeah man, that's
just don't get it, Dad.
Listen, man, like those things are so expensive now, dude. I was actually at Frankenson's not too long ago, and I saw those on like they have like different booths with action figures. A lot of them sell like a lot of wrestling stuff. It's kind of crazy.
But some of the OG ones, like even loose like this, would be $30 or $40, right?
Yeah, so. Dude, but that ring is like $200 if it's like full. Yeah,
they came out with
everything.
They re-released it, a retro version with new logo on it, but. I'm not really in that stage of life collecting. It's just a nostalgia thing, but that was the toy, because those commercials before every show or every pay-per-view, or it's like, Roddy Piper or whatever.
Throw an elbow drop.
From the top rope. Listen to your brother, like Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior making a bunch of racket and knocking shit over. Anyways, good times with the wrestling figures.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. I had my fair share of them. I had my Stone Colds. Yeah, I had my Stone Colds and my Kevin Nashes, and
I remember specifically having Ultimate Warrior and the Macho King, not Macho Man, but Macho King of the Ring.
Nice.
Yeah, man. I trying to think of like my favorite one. I think I had a CM Punk. I had my kid got me a CM Punk one time, and I was like, oh, that's cool, because he was like my favorite wrestler. Awesome. So, but I think I had like the old school Undertaker when I was a kid too, and I, that was awesome because you could take off his hat and like all that stuff.
Yeah. Again, you and accessorizing.
Hey man.
Right.
All right.
So my tippity top of the list is a toy that was, again, from the 80s, early 90s. In fact, I think it ran until maybe 91, 92. And it involved dinosaurs, and it wasn't Jurassic Park. It was
Mama.
Not that either. It wasn't that dinosaurs, but it was a toy called Dino Riders. And basically what they were they were like these like big dinosaurs, different ones that had like saddles on them, and they had like rockets on the side of them and stuff like that. And like you could put little guys in it, and you flip the switch, and they would like, you could put batteries in them. And they would walk towards each other and stuff. Dude, awesome. They were so cool. And I remember specifically, I had the Triceratops one that had like this battle armor on the front of, thick, dude. And then like the what's the big I'm not good with dinosaurs, the big like long necked one, the brontosaurus.
Bronto.
Yeah. They had one that was like that had a saddle on the bottom, and it was just this massive like dinosaur, dude, and it would like eat up batteries. Like you'd play with it for like 5 minutes and be like rah, rah, rah. But it was cool. They had these missiles, and everyone had different like weapons and stuff, and you could like click them and they would shoot out, like old school G.I. Joe like missiles and stuff like that. And spring loaded, I guess. And yeah, man, I just specifically remember that, and that's the reason why it's my number one, is because like I had so much fun with those, going out in like the yard and playing, And another thing about it too is like I look today to try to find some of those, because like memories and stuff, dude. And they're so hard to find. Like they're so hard.
Not
to
even
find.
eBay.
Yeah, dude. Nobody like lets go of them, and it's kind of a trip. But yeah, Dino Riders, man. What's that?
Makes me miss Frankensons.
I know, dude. Well, I mean,
Collector.
even when I'm there, I don't see them either. You know, I ask them, hey, what's, you know, you guys have a Dino Rider? What's Dino Riders? It's kind of like, well,
Whoa, dude! When you,
know what I
stump
mean?
the nerds at Frankensons,
Yeah,
you really
dude.
have found some rare shit.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's crazy, man. I don't think they were like a hot seller, man. I think it was just me that I really liked them.
Yeah,
You know?
that's the cool
So-
thing about any of this stuff is that it resonates one way or another.
Yeah, for
Exactly.
sure, man, for sure.
All right, is this a
All right.
lightning round?
Lightning round for our
Lightning
honorable mentions, man.
round.
Kevin, go, go, go.
So my honorable mention is the Star Wars light up lightsaber, the ones that would make noise every time you make contact with something. And that's basically because when I was living with our good buddy Aaron here, back in the day, we used to wail on each other with those electronic lightsabers, and it was a hoot.
Cool, man. Cool.
Good
Eric?
times and smacking the crap out of each other. Yeah. I'm gonna go with good old fashioned Hot Wheels, bro.
Leading the way.
Got to, man. I used to lift the big old leather couch. We put it up on its side. My brother and I would race him down the side, and he'd always win because he'd pick heavier cars. I'd just pick ones that looked good. So he'd like.
Was that like the ghetto version of the track? You guys just didn't get a track. You just raced them down.
It might have been pre-track. Yeah, yeah. We did it down on the side of a sofa. It was fun. It was good times,
Oh man. So mine real fast is a video game of sorts, but it's like a toy video game, and it's called Captain Power. And basically, no, Captain Power. Basically, you just put these little dudes in these little ships, and you shoot at a TV screen, and it was a VHS you popped in, and it had these little like markers and stuff, and it was like an RF thing, and you shot them while it was on a rail. It was like a rail shooter.
It kept score like every time you'd hit it.
Yeah, dude, and then
you call that Action Max?
No, it's called Captain Power.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and then you could put these dudes in like this round like capsule thing, and they would power up, and you can use them again after they die. It was, dude, go check out the show. It's the most cheesiest, crappiest show ever. It's like a cheesy sci-fi futuristic show, but it's amazing. You can look it out on YouTube.
It's almost like the earliest implementation of VR and like the amiibos that
Yeah.
Nintendo uses.
It kind of had that feel to it. You know what I mean? So
Nice.
yeah, for sure, man. But anyways, cool guys. Well, thank you for being on, Kevin. I really appreciate you
Thanks
guys
for
coming
having me,
on.
man.
And yeah, absolutely, dude. To our loyal Legionnaires out there, thank you guys for watching once again. If you guys want to hit us up on our social medias, it'll be in the description, and go ahead and check it out. And I would like to say that I do have a new Twitch gaming channel. If you guys want to check that out, the link will be in the description as well. If you guys want to see some gameplay, you know what I mean? I like to play Call of Duty a lot, so go check that out. Aaron, nice to see you again. Happy birthday again, man.
Chris,
Happy birthday, Aaron.
it's been a pleasure.
Have a good night.
It's
And
been awesome.
we'll see you again next time, Kev.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Take care, Legionnaires.
Later, guys. Peace.
Bye.